Hi, I'm Jennifer Simmons with AIM. Welcome to week 10 of the Indiana General Assembly's 2023 session. Jenna, it's just you and I today. You ready to talk legislature and March Madness?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it. All right, so I'm thinking we first need to set our bracket. So I see the first seed issues this session for AIM and AIM members being property taxes, TIF, public health. What's the fourth one?
Oh, that's a good question. It really depends on the week, I'd say. I mean, it really ebbs and flows. I feel like right now we're spending a lot of time on a public safety related bill, House Bill 1016, dealing with merit boards. What the current version of the bill would do is automatically opt in communities who do not have a merit board into having one. So I'd say that's been taking up a lot of my time and Chris's time, but there's all sorts of bills that we'll still be monitoring throughout the legislative session.
What about maybe, I mean, it's not really a single issue, but can we throw the budget on there, the state budget? Because it does have so many components that impact cities and towns. I think, it's cheating a little bit because it's not really one issue, but maybe.
Yeah, but because it's not one issue, it's definitely one that we have to pay close attention to. I would say overall, the House pass version is in really good shape for us, but that is, step one of what will be a long negotiation between the House and the Senate. So for sure, that is in the top 4 seeds for the overall long-term session.
Yeah. So what, I guess, like what happened to my bracket yesterday, there were a lot of upsets, right? So what do you think is going to happen? Like, what are those, what's the session upset going to be? Like thing that, all us lobbyists and pundits and whatnot, we all say, oh, this is going to happen. What's that thing this session that's not going to go the way everyone thinks it is?
Oh, well, that's hard
Or
to
your
predict.
prediction. Obviously, it's hard to say.
Yeah, being in March, I would like to say we know exactly what's going to happen, and we have a good pulse of things, but I do know the reality is there are some already kind of, you can see the House and the Senate in different camps on all of the issues we've already talked about. So property taxes for one, 1499, what's going to happen there is a big part of the conversation. I do think something will happen, but will it look like what the House has passed? I think the Senate so far is saying no. I also think on public health, we're starting to see kind of the House take a position on how that money should be spent and funneled. AIM and the Department of Health really support using the public health department model, whereas the House has started to talk about funneling it through providers. So that would be a big change from, and something we really didn't expect or anticipate at the beginning of session. So that's definitely a big one that we'll be keeping our eyes on and working with the Association of Indiana Counties and Farm Bureau. And there are just a number of stakeholders interested in additional funding for public health that we're working with.
Yeah, it's that time of session where there's a lot of back and forth as things, this is the time where we start to see where some bills are going to end up. And in some respects, that time where you start to get a little more nervous. So the first half of the session and in the last couple of weeks, we say things like, it's a long process, don't worry, things will smooth out. We've got time. Now it's like, okay, we need to start thinking things are starting to take their final form. We need to start getting language in to fix certain things or make things better for municipalities. What are a couple of those issues coming up?
Yeah, just this week, we have 2 bills that we've been monitoring all session that are scheduled to be heard in Senate local government. The first one being House Bill 1167. deals with a new requirement it applies to cities and counties and school boards initially, that they would be required to live stream and archive their meetings. The archive requirement got changed to 90 days. So this has been a work in progress from the very beginning of session. We really appreciate that Representative Smaltz, who is the bill author, has been working with us. And we think the bill continues to be headed in the right direction. But right now there's a provision in there that would require all governing bodies to live stream and archive by 2024. And so next year, and I think we just want to get some clarification on what governing bodies are you talking about? I think that brings in, is it your park board? Is it your RDC? And who's ultimately responsible for streaming them and then archiving them, especially if there's a volunteer board, right? A lot of our boards are comprised of people who may not be full-time municipal employees. So where does that responsibility lie? And then just the mechanics of a retention schedule and that 90 days, how does that work with kind of the current retention schedule? And so just conversations with the public access counselor, I think we want to continue. So I know that Senator Buck has scheduled the bill. I think he is open to continuing to work on it. So that's one for sure. And that's a big one for our members.
Yeah.
The other one is 1575, deals with creating a new residential building commission. This is a priority bill for the Builders Association and the Apartment Association, creating a new commission under the Fire Prevention and Safety Commission. Within that bill is Section 18, which preempts local ordinances from being more stringent than the building code that they approve. In recent weeks, we've had conversations with both the lobbyists from the builders and the apartment association to say, hey, can we take a step back and figure out what ordinances does this apply to? So they've been open to working on language that makes sure it doesn't impact things like planning and zoning and design standards, but rather, they don't want to see a bunch of new ordinances that get to the structure of the house, like carbon monoxide detectors or sprinklers. So right now the language is fairly broad, and we want to continue to work with them to make sure there are no unintended consequences.
Right. So it's an important time in the session. There's a lot to get done, but we do still have a little time there. We're still in the committee process in the second house. So this is the time to get those things repaired. But I have to pivot. Instead of saying Bill, you kind of slipped to beer a minute ago. So let's pivot to, it's St. Patrick's Day, right? Some people have been known to celebrate with an adult beverage, maybe at an outdoor beer garden, an outdoor festival, weather permitting. It's a good day to update everyone on our outdoor refreshment area bill and where that is in the process. What's the latest?
Yeah, ironically, I'm 7 months pregnant, so the fact that beer is on my mind just is funny. But typically,
that's why it's on your mind, Jenna.
Yeah. St. Patrick's Day is one of my favorite holidays. I typically be out at one of those beer gardens, but it'll look a little different this year. Yeah. But House Bill 1349 and Senate Bill 20 are the two bills that are alive that have outdoor refreshment area language in them. Neither have been scheduled yet, but Chris, our other lobbyist, has been meeting with bill authors, Representative Lehman, who's sponsoring Senate Bill 20 in the House, and Senator Messmer, who's sponsoring 1349 in the Senate, and both are willing to continue to work with us to make sure the two bills mesh. Right now, there are some small differences between the two. Chairman Manning is committed to hearing Senate Bill 20 on the House side. So all in all, good news. The bills continue to move along. Neither have been officially scheduled, but every AIM event we go to, we get asked about this bill. So we'll be sure to keep our members updated on the progress of these two.
Yeah, we do joke about it a lot because of the double fisting language, the fact that it's it's one of those bills that on its face might not seem as critical as it is, right? It's about making sure people can drink, and it's really, we've said it before, it is about more than that. It's about quality of place, and the tie-in is if communities cannot easily bring people downtown to celebrate responsibly, watch a concert, do a street dance, we've got to make those things easier so that we're creating places where people want to live and hang out with their neighbors and build that attachment to their community. So, I mean, hats off to you and your team for all the work on this. It's actually been a couple of years in the making.
Yeah, this has been an initiative for a few years, and the community events, I think being outdoors post-pandemic, I think communities really see how important that is to bring people together as we kind of move to toward more normalcy. And I think the focus on community events is a big one. It does encourage quality of place. And so it's just a practical bill. If you're with your family, current law would say if you're drinking a beer, you have to be over here and other people have to be over there. So if they're under 21.
Right. And nobody wants to feel like they're in a fishbowl behind a little yellow fence just having a beer.
Right.
That's no fun.
Right.
Jenna, is there anything else we need to raise with AIM members today other than making sure to read the legislative summary, check out the tracking list? Anything else you want to cover today?
No, I think you alluded to it earlier. As our bills move along, our initiatives, you might see changes and amendments throughout, not only in committee, but throughout conference committee. So I would say just stay tuned because things change quickly at this point of session. We have another, I think, less than a month before we have the House and Senate third reading deadline, and conference committees really pick up. So as conference committees pick up, you might see more action alerts, hopefully not. But it's now's the crunch time where it's even more important to kind of pay attention to what we're saying.
Great. Thanks, Jenna. Have a great weekend. Enjoy watching March Madness, and we will see everyone back next week.